Welcome to the Michigan Runner Show. Join us each time as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great sport.
Morning. Hi, Carter Sherline for Michigan Runner News, and we have with us Ron Gunn, who's been coach, race director, tour promoter, and was the very first Michigan Runner of the Year back in 1979. So, welcome, Ron, and fire up.
Yeah, thanks, Kurt.
You have news that the Southwest Michigan College is starting back its cross-country program. We were going to report on this about a week ago, that you did have a interruption that has bearing on the college and on the athletic program. And also the Steve's Run that the schools puts on, that you had been director of for many years and are due to become more involved with again. So first of all, tell us what this delay, what caused the delay?
Well, I'll kind of start from the beginning. This year, because of the pandemic, they weren't going to have a live Steve's Run. And so Dave Briegel, who was Steve's father and was president emeritus, probably I feel one of our strongest presidents ever, came to me and said, Ron, would you help me set up a course? Because I have relatives coming into Dowagiac, and I would like to do a run in his memory. And I said, sure, Dave, I'll do it. And then a light popped on in my head and said, why don't we just do the old road and trail course that was so popular? In fact, it was named one of the 10 best vacation races in the world by the Runner magazine one year. Mm-hmm. Hal Higdon did that. And so we were going to ask the college permission to do this in addition to their virtual run, because it does raise funds for a very good charity, cancer research. So the president, Joe Odenwald, the new president, who's dynamite, he's really, really doing a great job. He said, come on out to my office, and we'll have lunch and talk about it. We thought he was trying to brown nose us and tell us, no, we couldn't do it. And so Dave and I got to the office and sat down, and we had a lunch. And then also with us was one of the vice presidents and also the chairman of the board of trustees, Tom Jordan. We thought, well, this is kind of strange. And then they made the announcement that they were going to revive men and women's cross country as an NJCAA sport. And I was just blown away. Got very emotional and thought, holy cow, after 25 years. And that was wonderful. And so we were very excited about that. And I told them I would help them in any way. And so we went ahead and we had our own little Steve's Run that was socially distanced. And then the college started making announcements that they're going to have this program. The NJCAA actually moved them up a year when we could start competing. And they hired a coach, and they think they got a real good one. And so they're off and running, so to speak. And very proud of that. I've always felt that Southwestern Michigan was a dynamite area to train as far as runners are concerned. We have 9 miles just on our campus of trails and all kinds of wonderful places in all this forest around and over on Lake Michigan, which is only 30 minutes away. And so, they thought this would be good and be kind of like a catalyst to generate more student enrollment at the college. So I'm working with them on that. And Dave, of course, he was fired up too, because he didn't really want to see the cross country program go. And of course, Dave is also the father of Steve Briegel of Steve's Run. And so we were really charged up. And then unfortunately, we had a tragedy. About 5 weeks ago, Dave called me and said he caught the virus. And but he was doing okay. And then he took a turn for the worse, and we lost him over a week ago. And so it's been really tough. And he was my best friend, and we got together quite often. And so there's going to be some things done in Dave's recognition too. But it did kind of, it was like very sad news. Dave was bigger in life. He was a runner. He always participated. His wife is still doing real well. And so we're moving forward with the program. And I'm excited to see what's going to happen. And Tom Jordan, kind of interesting. He saw this movie called McFarland. And are you familiar with that?
I don't think so.
No, see it. I'm telling you, Carter, you'll love it.
Okay.
And it was a microcosm of our program. And Kevin Costner was the star. Disney produced it.
Okay.
And it was a very big hit. It was about a cross-country program in California, a true story.
Okay. Yes. No, I have heard of it. I have forgotten. Yeah,
Well, anyway,
but
we, the president of the board of trustees fell in love with that movie. And of course, he was a big fan of ours. He was a student when our cross-country teams were doing so well. We won like 5 national championships and did really well, and represented the United States twice in the World University Games. So anyway, that was kind of the spark plug for the whole program being started. But we now have dorms, which makes it really nice. Our campus is wonderful. It's surrounded by woods, has a big trail system, and we're only like 30 minutes from Notre Dame, 2 hours from Chicago, 35, 40 minutes from Lake Michigan. So I think and with the dorms and the new student union and everything else, it's going to be a great place for young student athletes to come. And they're going to have both men and women's programs. Okay. And so I'm really, really happy to see that get started and see them in competition.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing it happen as well. And of course, the 2 races you direct, your tours, and now, as you were saying, that you're going to become more involved again with Steve's Run. Remind us when that one is.
Steve's Run is always the last Saturday of July. And it's a road and trail course.
Okay.
And we might go back to the old course, which there were times we had to cut the race out, shut it down at 2,500 runners because the trails couldn't handle anymore.
Right.
And it's a wonderful, people used to say they had 2 personal bests for a 10K. One was for a curb and gutter type road course, and one for what I call a road and trail, where we have several hills. We had hay bales to jump. We had an Irish stone fence to hurdle, which I saw when we were on one of our international trips with our team in Ireland. And so, there might be a possibility we'll get back to starting and finishing downtown. And so, I think a lot of good things are going to happen, in terms of not only the men's and women's varsity cross-country program, but it also with Steve's Run.
Okay, well, we're looking forward to seeing how it all turns out. So again, thank you for talking to us, and fire up.
Yeah, thank you, Carter. Fire up.
Never quit. Never quit.